Today we will answer activity 13.4, number 4, FOB Destination Freight Collect. So sige, let's start. Okay? Ano nga bang ibig sabihin ng FOB Destination? Okay, so kailan matatransfer ang ownership? Kapag natanggap na ng buyer ang goods. Okay? Ibig sabihin, matatransfer ang ownership at the point of destination. Okay, meaning, while the goods are still in transit, kanina pa siya. Tama. Kay seller. Okay. So again, kay seller pa ang goods while still in transit. So sino dapat ang magbayad? Tama. Si seller. Okay, si seller dapat ang magbayad. Kaya while still in transit, sa kanya pa rin ang goods. Next, ano naman tong freight collect? Okay? Sino ang actual na nagbayad? Tama, si buyer. Okay? Bakit? Kasi si common carrier or si carrier, ang gagawin niya is, pagdating sa destination is, ikokolekta niya yung freight. Okay? So, sino ba ang nasa destination? Si buyer. Okay? So, as you can see, may mismatch between the freight term at saka yung freight charge. So, how do we account for that? Okay? So, sige, let's read the problem. On November 1, 2025, XYZ Company received a sales order from a customer for a product worth 100,000 pesos. The company shipped the goods on December 25, 2025. The customer received the goods on January 5, 2026. The shipping costs amounted to 1,000 pesos. The company collected the receivable on January 20, 2026. Okay, sige. Journal na natin. Ano ba yung nangyari noong November 1, 2025? Tama. Nagkaroon ng sales order. So, meron ba dapat tayong i-record? Wala. Okay? So, again, for November 1 ay no and 3. Ayan. Next, ano naman ang i-journal natin noong December 25? Ayan. Ano bang nangyari? Shinip ng company ang goods. So, meron ba tayong dapat na i-record? Okay? So, check natin. Ang freight terms is FOB destination. Meaning, magre-recognize lang tayo ng sale pag natanggap na ng customer ang goods. Okay? So, shipping point pa lang to. So, wala tayong i-record. How about yung freight na 1,000 pesos? Wala naman tayong nilabas na pera kasi ang gagawin ng carrier ay ikokolekta niya kay buyer. Okay? So, may entry ba tayo dito? Again, wala. So, no entry. Ganyan yung sasabihin ng landlady ninyo kapag hindi kayo umuwi on time at may curfew kayo. So, no entry. Next, January 5, 2026, natanggap ni customer ang goods. So, ano yung magiging journal entry natin? Okay, since FOB destination, okay, magre-recognize na ba tayo ng sales at saka accounts receivable? Tama. Magre-recognize na tayo ng sales at saka accounts receivable. So, debit, accounts receivable. Credit, sales. Ayan. Magkano? Okay. So, 100,000 and also 100,000. Next, how about yung freight? Bakit? May nilabas ba tayong pera? Wala. Okay, pero magre-recognize ba tayo ng freight out dito? Definitely. Okay? Kasi tayo dapat or si seller dapat ang magbabayad ng freight. So, debit, freight, out. Okay? Credit. Okay, ano i-credit natin? So, ang mangyayari, ibabawas na lang natin sa amount na i-collect natin kay buyer. Okay? So, credit, accounts, receivable. Magkano? Yun, tama. 1,000. Ayan. Next, Ano naman ang journal entry natin sa January 20, 2026? So, nagbayad na daw si customer. Okay? So, syempre may matatanggap tayong cash. Okay? At saka, magdade-recognize tayo ng accounts receivable. Okay? Ang tanong, magkano? Okay? So, tingnan nyo guys. Ang ending balance ng accounts receivable natin ay 100,000 na debit minus 1,000 na credit. So, magkano? Very good. 99,000 na lang. Okay. So, actually, ang ibabayad rin ng customer is 99,000 lang din kasi nag-abono siya ng freight. So, ganun lang siya ka-easy, guys. Gets ba? Yes, sir. So, yun. Next, we will answer activity 13.5 discounts in another video.